dámelo, tócamele, tócamele, dámelo, tócamele, tócamele, dámelo, tócamele, tócamele, dámelo, dámelo.
All right, here I am again at the Caribbean Bite. I have actually a good friend of mine and somebody who, if you don't know, you should know by now, and if you don't, you will. Go ahead and introduce everybody.
What up, what up? I'm Jon Lach, 22-year-old artist coming up out of the 616. Queenie, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming here and sharing pretty much what you do. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody, you know, where they can find you.
So you can find my music everywhere pretty much, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. You can check me out on Instagram. Just look up Jon Lach. My rapper name is my real name. I just feel like my music is very personal, so that's why my rapper name is my real name. It's just who I am. So you can just type in Jon Lach, Jonlach on anything, and I'll pop right up. You can find me pretty easy.
So it's hard to even interview you because it's just like, if you haven't seen this man live yet, I mean, you're hiding under a rock.
It's crazy.
No, literally. If I had to choose somebody who could win a freestyle battle in any city, in any place in the United States of America, you are actually looking at him. And
Appreciate
I mean that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, just like I've been doing music for a long time, so I started writing and, you know, rapping at 13, the beginning of 2015. And, you know, when I started, it was always just like me rapping for people, you know, going downtown or going to the beach, wherever, just like rapping for people, spitting freestyles, rapping with my friends. Because, you know, back then, especially when I first started doing music, I didn't really have money for like equipment, you know, so I wasn't really able to, you know, go to a studio. You know, I grew up poor. I didn't really have much. So, you know, it was always just like freestyling off of like instrumentals on YouTube or whatever. And then till 2019, I started making my own beats and, you know, took it from there. But yeah, I guess I just really came up freestyling and stuff. So I don't know. I just got that energy, just confidence. I love doing it.
Yes, you do actually. So not only do you write and freestyle and create, you also make beats. You record other artists too, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm more in album mode right now, so I haven't really been recording other people as of lately, but I'm just, you know, focused working on the album and just trying to, you know, wrap up some things in my personal life. So yeah.
So there's an album we can be looking forward to. Like, what's your timeline? Because I'm looking forward to it.
I'm realistically thinking about, so probably early 2025, because this year I'm just working on, you know, wrapping things up. The album is pretty much like, I'd say over 80% done. I have all the beats done, the track list, all that. Really right now I'm just finishing the recording process, and then I got to think about mixing and mastering. But then the reason I say 2025 is because I'm going to do, you know, probably a quarter of the album is like singles with, you know, marketing plans. So, you know, as soon as I finish the album, I'm not going to drop it right away. I'm going to strategically go about this time. I'm just going to create a plan, which I have been working on, and just, you know, drop, and then hit him with the album.
Yeah, because I have this strong feeling that whatever you're working on, I don't know, it's something in the air. It's your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, and I've been working on, it's crazy to say this, but I've been working on an album for like almost 5 years. But I guess it's just like changed behind the scenes over time because, you know, I'm not the same, you know, person or artist that I was 5 years ago. So at the beginning stages of the album, it was a very different project. There's many versions of the album that could have been, but I feel like over the, you know, past few years, I finally got it to, you know, where I want it, where I'm comfortable with it. And there's a lot of songs on there that are like different versions of me, but it all makes sense, and I'm really excited. Y'all are going to love it.
So we can expect kind of a story for this one.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, hashtag growth.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Do you have, I know you just did the show actually with me on Saturday.
Yeah, it was lit.
It was so much, oh my God. This man grabbed the mic and everyone's
Yeah.
like, who is, I'm thinking, well, that's your fault. You didn't know him. It's because you don't know where the underground crowd is
Right.
quite yet. So where can they, you know, like see you even if it's just outside freestyling? Is there somewhere people can just pull up and, catch that vibe that you offer to the table?
Man, come to Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Especially because summer's coming up. I'm going to be like downtown a lot and probably out in Grand Haven Beach, probably over in like outskirts of Grand Rapids. Like,
And
maybe.
we're hoping here doing something because
Yeah.
I also think that you have the ability to inspire.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard your story because I've heard you freestyle, and
Right, yeah.
it's beautiful, and it just shows that I know in my heart when the first time I saw you freestyling at Steve-O's house.
Yeah.
Shout out my guy Steve-O.
Way
I
back
haven't
in the
seen you
day.
in a while. I said, who is this person, and why have they why don't I see them performing
Right.
everywhere at this point? You know?
Right.
Which means
Yeah.
if I already seen it in my head, it's gonna happen. I'm just waiting.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up too. I forgot to mention earlier. That was another thing that I used to do a lot was when I was in the party scene. I would just go to different parties. Sometimes I wouldn't even get fucked up. I would just like go to parties and just rap, just because I knew that's like a good opportunity for a lot of people my age, maybe a little younger, a little older, who most like rap music, and that was just good places for me to go to parties and just rap for people. And yeah, like you said, that's where I met you at. So
Summer 20. I was singing on top of my car. Summer
yeah.
22.
And Sleazy,
2022.
Sleazy was there. I think that was
Yeah.
before. Was that before he blew up? I don't know.
It was like actually right before he blew up, and I remember the very next day. I can't remember who said it. It might have been my friend JB, but he said, "You know who that is, right? That's the guy that's on the radio." I said,
Yeah.
"Wow!" I would if I knew that,
Shout out
I would have
Sleazy.
been like, "Yo!" I had just dropped my first song, and I remember when you grabbed the mic. It was just like it was a night to remember on top of my Malibu.
Yeah, I remember that too, because I was out back and we had like speakers and all that kind of stuff. So it was
Yeah.
fun. But yeah.
I was trying to set up concerts even back then. I remember
Yeah.
on Steve-O's like garage roof, we were trying.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed about you that I respect is you always got your hands in like, connections with like concerts and venues and like interviews and stuff like that. And I respect that because that's something I need to get into more.
Thank you. Well, you're in the right space. I'm actually super happy because I couldn't imagine myself evolving without some of the people that when I first seen them, I knew they were supposed to be a part of this growth. And,
Right.
I know
Sure.
I was surprised that I hadn't already heard you on the radio. You were just kind of laying low, which is a beautiful thing, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. The past few years have been crazy. A lot of ups and downs. I feel like the reason I haven't really like blown yet is because I haven't really like put out this album or these videos. Because like I said, the past few years, it was more of a time for me to just like, obviously I was still out like rapping for people in real life, but like as far as like putting out consistent content and like actually doing it, I kind of was just working behind the scenes because I wasn't comfortable yet. But now I feel like I'm getting to a point where it's like, okay, it's almost time to start dropping again. So I know that when I do start dropping and like investing everything into this album and like making sure it gets heard, I know that's going to be big for me.
Well, something I do want to ask then, before you drop this album, can we get a little bit of your story? I've heard it again, but it's actually very inspiring, and it maybe will give people something to look forward to. Like they have to hear this for themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of just what your story is in general.
Yeah, so like life story, personal life with the music.
Yeah.
So it's really
Why
long.
this
but
is so important too.
Yeah, it's really long, but I'll give you guys like the short rundown. So basically, like I said earlier, I came from poverty. I didn't really have much. My mom and my dad pretty much like failed me as parents. My mom was a crack addicted alcoholic, pill popper, and my dad wasn't there. I've been in and out of foster care, juvenile detention when I was 15. I ran away from CPS when I was 15. I was homeless for a month. I've been through a lot. I had a girlfriend who committed suicide in front of me at 16 years old, and so I've been through a lot. But music was always there for me because I didn't really have anybody in my life, and whenever I was going through stuff, I would just put on my headphones and listen to music, and that was like the only thing that I could feel. Like I would listen to people coming up like Eminem and Lil Wayne and like Drake and people like that, and I would just like listen to their story, and I'd be like, man, like I relate to this. So I always loved music, and then when I was 13, I started doing it myself, and then that's when I knew like the very day that I first picked up a pen and a pad, I was like, this is my calling. And ever since then, I just stuck with it. And, pain has always been a big motivator for me. Whatever I'm going through, I put it into the music. not even just the bad stuff, but the good stuff too. But that's why I'm really excited about this next album, is because, like you said, you know, it's a story, and a lot of the stuff that I went through, like the past few years, even stuff that I went through earlier in my life, just looking back and reflecting on things, I put it all into this album. And, you know, I just want to use my story and, you know, my voice and my music and my talent just to not only inspire myself and, you know, make it out and put my team on and my fam on, but I just want to, you know, inspire other people and just let everybody watching this, everybody in the world who hears my music, I want to let them know that, you know, if I can go through everything that I went through, make it out, and, you know, find my calling, then you can do anything you put your mind to. So, yeah, in a nutshell, that's the short rundown of my story. So, you know, but listen to the music, it speaks for itself. I got a lot of stories in the music. There's a lot of untold stories on this next album, and there's a lot of good, just chill, hype, turn-up songs, too. So it's going to be nice.
Yeah. First, that was actually super inspiring. I had to
Thank you.
fight back tears. It's so beautiful.
Appreciate that.
Oh, sorry. I'm such an
It's
emotional
all good.
person. It's beautiful because I
Yeah.
feel it, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's why I love it, because I love music that hits the soul. So.
yeah, and sometimes you run into people who are all deserving, and you're one of them. So I'm just really, really, really.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, sorry.
Appreciate you.
Can I hug you?
Yes.
Well, okay. Let me clear my face.
Yeah.
And get back.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to what I was continuing. You're also gonna start shooting some music videos, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're all looking forward to it. And before I close this out, is there anything else you want to tell everybody? I know that your TikTok is actually a really good way to find you and see exactly what I mean by this man is like the freestyle king.
Yeah, so actually I have 2 TikToks now. Unfortunately, the first one I don't have access to it anymore, and it's sad because I hit over 2 million views on the
Haters.
first one. But no, I had changed my phone number, and I had 2 step-ons, so, you know, now that I don't have the old phone number, I can't get into it. But regardless, you can still go to that TikTok. There's a lot of freestyle videos, and then my new TikTok, you know, it's okay to start over.
Let's blow this TikTok
blow
up.
it
Can we do
again.
that?
Yeah, we'll blow it up again. There's videos of me. There's actually a video on there I just posted of at the, you know, the concert that we were at, me rapping. There's a video of me rapping at Imagine Lab Studios. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to Imagine Lab Studios. They had me over there. It's a great place. But yeah, I got a little video of me rapping something on there over at their studio, and then I also have just videos of me like freestyling and rapping in the car and like snippets of the unreleased album, just stuff like that. And then my Instagram too is, I'm on Instagram mainly, man, like more than TikTok. Like I'm trying to equally put as much time into everything, but you know, Instagram has always been just like, I like it. I don't know. So you can go check me out on Instagram too. I got videos of me freestyling on there and stuff, and I'm very active on there.
So spell out your handle for everybody so it's super easy to find you.
Okay, so it's Jon Lach, Jon space Lach, and if you just look that up on, you know, Google, Instagram, you know, TikTok, whatever, I should pop up. But to be more specific, my actual handle for Instagram is JON_LACH. But like I said, if you just look up Jon Lach on whatever, I'll pop up. It's not hard to find me.
Well, you guys heard it here. He has an album coming 2025. Here at the Caribbean Bite, you can come through just like my dear friend, and we would love to showcase what it is you do, why you do it, and, you know, just kind of give you a little bit of exposure as far as you deserve it. So here we are attempting to, you know, give that. And also from 5 to 8, we will be spinning on 97.3. We have DJ Tony Banks. And if anyone's interested in some airplay, if you own a business and you need a commercial shout out, if you want your music played in the clubs, please just swing on by. We're right here at Studio Park. And yeah, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, one more thing I was going to say too is for those of you who don't know, my whole brand and my motto is called Sleepless. That's why the next album is called Sleepless Part 2. Sleepless is just, the reason I picked that name is because I spent so many long nights working hard, chasing my dreams to the point where I literally was sleepless. Like I would be up all night just putting in work towards this dream, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, like Sleepless. And it sounds cool. I was like, that's a cool name. So my first mixtape when I was like 16, it's on SoundCloud. It's called Sleepless. But that's why the album's called Sleepless Part 2. So I just want to let y'all know. Sleepless, Jon Lach, JL, 616. Shout out to the Caribbean Bite. Thanks for having me. Thank you, Queenie. Thank
My
you
pleasure.
to you. What's his name again? DJ?
DJ Tony Banks.
DJ Tony Banks. Shout out to DJ Tony Banks. Yeah. Much love, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thanks you guys, and that's a wrap.
Peace.